think the biggest thing at Google and with Google in general is kind of being independent with your thoughts.
Have you always made your bed?
Yeah, it's the first thing I do because it's a nice way to get your day started. Having some sense of accomplishment for me at least, and this is something that I picked up from like a self-help podcast I listened to a few years back. So it's just nice, like doing something positive to start your day. There's no proper way, but for me, I think it's just as long as it kind of looks neat. These sheets, unfortunately, aren't the most fitted sometimes. So as great as they are, like they'll hang over. So that's kind of a pet peeve of mine. So I tend to tuck it in if I really want it to be neat, but like most days, because I'm on the go, like I'd rather just make it and then get going. For the beginning, early stages when I was starting to date Catherine, I was like tucking in the sheets so that, you know, not that she'd be impressed, but it was just like in my head. But it's like just tight and
Can I see that tube?
oh yeah. Honestly, I just try to milk it to the end.
How do you pick your outfit for the day?
I just like mentally try to think about it before the day before, so that way when the day comes, like I don't have to waste too much time. I was into sports. I played basketball, so for me, a lot of the athletes that I admired had earrings. It was the era of like your Kobe Bryant's, the Allen Iverson, so everybody had earrings. My mom was so mad when I just came home one day with pierced ears. She didn't talk to me for like a week, but she eventually got over it. I work in the business part of the org where we're servicing a lot of large Fortune 500 businesses that you'd probably know. Understanding like the ins and outs of how their business operates from a marketing strategy standpoint kind of gave me insight to like how much I was learning and what I did know, and that I did have the capability to be able to do this on my own. So I usually take 2 rest days during the week, so I try to work out 5 days a week. Usually Friday or like a midday or a midweek day, I'll take a rest day just to let my body recover. And then Sundays, I'll usually take a rest day. It is important to chase my passions, and that's like my current focus and intention. But at the same time, it's hard to get the best out of my work if I'm always only focused on that. So balance just comes from me allowing myself to also feel fulfilled and doing other activities that I enjoy. So whether it's coming to the gym, golfing, spending time with friends, family, things like that. I think the good thing that Google does welcome is a lot of independent thinking and collaboration, right? So when it comes to new problems, even if that's been addressed before with, you know, solutions of the past, I think having your own thought process and sharing that can also bring just, you know, further development and also just progress with how things are organized or the process of building and growing. So have you ever had cotton candy grapes?
Never had them.
These aren't it, but pretty good. Tastes like literal cotton candy. My pet peeve is forks scraping against bowls, so I gotta use a spoon. Like anything in life, you kind of just pick up like the cookie crumbs. Fashion was never something that like I intended to dive into.
Just be careful.
Yeah. If I can't control like my environment. What's like my first impression to people, and that just came through how I was dressing myself. Man, we just had a dope experience. Like, we visited this local vintage curated shop and just had a good conversation around the history of denim and workwear, and I think it just kind of shows the passion that people have around certain things.
It's only got one pocket. Originally they only came like that, and then they switched to 2 pockets in the 40s, which is known as a type 2. And these are some of the most coveted types of Levi's jackets that exist. They go for so much and they're really hard to find.
One, I didn't go to like fashion school. I don't have like the technical learnings of it. I have an eye for design and creative direction, but as far as the technical skills to be able to build something or craft and create something, I don't have that yet. I've learned a lot, right? But I still need a technical expert to be able to kind of guide me through it.
See how this one has like a wide gap right there? It looks a little bit more like a hand drawing. You see? So they were unique back then. It was almost like no two were the same.
Yeah.
You know?
You expect things to go quickly and to happen, you know, as far as like overnight success, if you will. But, you know, I think great things take time, and, you know, it's just balancing that process and being patient. So I think that's been challenging for me as well, but also helping me to grow. It's less about like the tangible outcomes and more so about working on something that I care about and want to improve on. Okay, wait. One at a time, wait, I'm not really excited. When I first started dating her, I told her, you know, I'm 97% serious.
Yeah.
Or model.
Oh man, I gotta do more skincare before that's happening. And that's true, because I'm like serious most of the time. I'm focused on like the things that I'm working on, so there's little room for play or fun. So I think having the element where she also works hard, but she really, you know, has intention around enjoying life, like it makes it easier for me to also share that enjoyment and not be so, you know, uptight or wound up. Picking up poop and stuff, I was like, man, this is the worst, but now it's like second nature. I think we get so sucked in sometimes to the day-to-day that we forget life is this beautiful journey as well, and to almost look at your life like it's a movie or a book and you are a main character in a way, and that you can shape it however you want your life to be, but you kind of need to have that courage to embark on that journey and really take those chances.
Wait, hold on, let me see.
She has built in this is the worst part.
Look at this gray hair, bro.
That's just crazy.
And it's curly too. 2.5 years ago, you didn't have any grays.
I know, I was stressed.
Is this the knit?
Yeah, but I don't know.
It looks great. Look, these are amazing.
And I don't film this moment. This is a vulnerable moment.
That's why I'm filming.
The reality of it is this idea of perfectionism is an insecurity, because you have this fear of not getting it right, so you just keep trying to get this one thing drilled down to a T, but the reality of it is you're not making progress to what you want to do. Friends, it's been a good day. Andre, thank you for, you know, following us today, but I'm ready for sleep and ready for bed, but it's been fun, and catch you guys on the next one.
Is that I was the 3rd child, so by the time I was in high school, my parents were